My precious child, come close to me. Quiet your heart for just a moment and be still in my presence. I know how busy your mind has been, how loud the noise of the world feels, how heavy the burdens are that you've been carrying. But now, let me hold you. Let me speak into the depths of your soul where the hurt resides and where hope flickers faintly. I see you truly, fully, and deeply. I see the days when you smile yet ache inside. I see when you laugh, but feel hollow when you're alone. I have counted every tear you've cried in secret, every time you've questioned your worth, every moment you wondered if anyone cared. And I want you to know this, I care. More than you could possibly imagine. You are not walking this path alone, my child. Even when you cannot feel me, I am closer than your breath. I walk beside you when the road is smooth, and I carry you when it becomes too rocky to bear. I do not leave you when you stumble. I do not abandon you when your faith feels weak. My love for you is not based on how strong you are, but on how unshakable I am. You are mine. I purchased you at a great price out of love, not obligation. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can snatch you out of my hand. I know what you've been through. The disappointments, the betrayals, the losses that left you gasping for air and questioning why. I heard your questions. I felt your heart break. And even in those dark moments, I was working behind the scenes, gently, carefully, faithfully, turning ashes into beauty, turning pain into purpose. Nothing in your life is wasted. Not the sorrow, not the silence, not the waiting. Every moment has been woven into a divine design that is leading you into a future filled with hope. If you believe this message, type yes in the comments and let us know your faith. Support our mission by sending a small thank you gift. Love what you see. Don't forget to subscribe and share with friends. May the Lord bless you abundantly. And now, my beloved, lean in closer, because I want to share something special with you. There is a surprise being prepared for you. Yes, even now, while you wonder if your prayers are being heard. There are blessings coming, blessings you didn't even think to ask for. Your loved ones, your friends, and even strangers you've yet to meet are being positioned, inspired, and drawn toward you to play a part in what I'm about to unfold in your life. Heaven is not silent. Angels are moving, doors are opening. Chains are breaking. I am preparing something so beautiful, so unexpected, that it will bring you to your knees in grateful awe. But listen, this isn't just about receiving something good. It's about becoming someone new. I am transforming you in this season. I am making you stronger, wiser, softer, and braver. I'm teaching you to hear my voice more clearly, to trust me more deeply, to love more freely, and to live more fully. The fire you've walked through is not to burn you, it's to refine you. The valley you've endured is not your end. It's the place where my glory will be revealed in you. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and see how every step brought you closer to me. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too broken or too far gone. You are chosen, called, and dearly loved. You carry my image. My spirit dwells within you. I have plans for your life that are greater than your fears and bigger than your failures. Do not give up. Do not let the enemy's lies drown out my truth. I speak life over you. I speak peace into your storms. I speak healing into your heart. I speak destiny into your future. Wait on me. Trust in me. When it feels like nothing is happening, know that everything is happening in my timing. When you feel the least worthy, know that my grace is working the most. When you feel tired of believing, let me believe for you. Just rest in my arms. Let me carry your worries. Let me heal what you cannot fix. You don't need to figure it all out. Just follow me one step at a time. I will never lead you astray. The surprise that's coming is wrapped in joy. It's touched by my hand, and it will arrive at the perfect moment. It might not look exactly like you expect, but it will be everything your heart truly needs. I am writing a testimony out of your trials. I am bringing laughter back to your lips and light back into your eyes. Keep holding on. Keep pressing forward. Keep lifting your eyes, because your redemption is drawing near. I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. I dance over you in your quiet victories. I weep with you in your darkest nights, You are never alone, not for a single second. I have assigned angels to protect you. I have gone ahead of you to make a way. I am behind you, cleaning up the messes you thought were too much. I am beside you, whispering words of encouragement you didn't even know you needed. So breathe, my child, rest, trust. I am with you always, yes, always, even to the end of the age. And when that beautiful surprise unfolds, when you finally see what I've been preparing, you'll understand why I had you wait, why I asked you to trust, and why I've never stopped loving you. You've been watched over with love far deeper than you know. There's something beautiful unfolding behind the scenes, something that's been prepared just for you. It's not random, it's not delayed. It's been in motion for a long time, months, even longer than that. Those who love you, who care for you more than you realize, have been part of this. They've whispered your name in prayers, thought about what would make you smile, what would lift your spirit, and what would remind you just how deeply you are valued. You may not have noticed, but conversations have happened in quiet corners, hands have come together in secret planning, and hearts have united with one purpose, to bring joy to yours. But it's not just the people around you. I, too, have been working. Heaven itself has been involved in this. Every detail has been carefully placed like brush strokes on a masterpiece. I've seen how weary you've been lately, how stretched, how quietly burdened. You've given so much. You've carried more than your share. You've been strong for others when your own soul felt weak. You've smiled through ache, served through silence, loved even while longing. And I've seen it all. Not one act of kindness has gone unnoticed. Not one tear has fallen without my awareness. Not one prayer has drifted away unheeded. Everything matters, you matter. That's why this surprise is coming. Not to fix everything all at once. Not to erase the past. But to remind you that you are seen, that you are remembered, that you are cherished. I've stirred hearts. I've inspired ideas. I've placed timing and connections and circumstances together like puzzle pieces. Things you thought were setbacks were actually setups. Delays were divine. Disappointments were detours. And all the while, this moment, this surprise, has been drawing nearer. For months now, conversations about you have happened in living rooms, text threads, journal entries, and heavenly places. I've been at the center of it, quietly orchestrating what will soon be revealed. People you've touched, often unknowingly, have felt stirred to give back, to do something special, something meaningful, something lasting. There is joy ahead, and not just surface joy, but a kind that reaches the deep places in your soul that have felt forgotten. It's the kind of joy that awakens you again, the kind that makes you breathe deeper, laugh louder, love harder, and believe bigger. You may have felt overlooked. You may have wondered if your presence really mattered. But what's coming will silence those lies, because the preparation behind this moment has not just come from earth, it has come from heaven. The kind of surprise that's being planned for you carries divine fingerprints. I've been weaving it into the fabric of time. I've sent encouragement through people, through signs, through songs, and even through silence. And now the threads are pulling together into something radiant. This is not a reward for performance. It's a gift born from love. This is not about being good enough. It's about you being loved beyond measure. This surprise has been crafted in mercy, grace, and perfect timing. It will be right, it will be good. It will be enough. You don't need to earn it, prepare for it, or chase it. It is on its way, and it will find you. I know your heart. I know how hard you try, how much you carry in silence, how often you put others before yourself. I know the battles you've fought that no one else saw. I know how you've wrestled with waiting, how you've wondered if your hope was in vain. You've questioned whether anything is really changing. You've looked at the calendar and wondered how much longer. But I promise you, nothing is wasted. Those who've been planning this for you haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. Not a single detail. Not a single need. You are more loved than you think. The enemy has tried to cloud your view, to tell you you're alone, that no one sees the effort you make or the love you give. But the truth is, many have noticed. They've been quietly inspired by your faithfulness, by your light, by your gentle strength. And because of that, their hearts have turned toward you with affection and gratitude. This surprise is their way of saying, we see you, we thank you, we love you. And it is my way of saying, I've never left your side. There is joy rising, not the fleeting kind, but lasting joy, the kind that shifts atmospheres. There are tears coming, yes, but not of sorrow. Tears of surprise, of joy, of wonder. You will feel again. You will laugh again. You will rest again. I know you've been surviving, but now it's time to start thriving. You've waited so long without knowing what was on the other side. But now, something long planned is about to be revealed. And it will be better than what you were hoping for. No one will be able to deny the divine timing. It will make sense. The waiting, the silence, the wandering, it will all make sense. And you'll look back, not with regret, but with awe. You'll see how close I've been the entire time. You'll see that while you were worrying, I was weaving. While you were doubting, I was building. While you were wondering if I had forgotten, I was planning something far greater than what you were praying for. Let your heart start to expect again. Let hope rise again. This is not the end of your story. It's the turning of a page into a new chapter, one filled with beauty, laughter, deep healing, and fresh strength. You are not just getting through this season. You're growing through it. You are not just holding on, you are being held. And when the surprise finally unfolds, and it will, you will know without a doubt that it was never random. It was never too late, it was never forgotten. It was always love, prepared through hands moved by grace, birthed in hearts that cherish yours, and sealed by the one who has loved you before time began. So breathe, rest, trust, something beautiful is coming, and it's been planned for you all along. Let your heart rest in this truth. The one your heart has longed for, hoped for, perhaps even wept for, is not far. Not in spirit, not in love. You've carried this love quietly, earnestly, sometimes with joy, sometimes with pain, sometimes wondering if it's one-sided, if the feelings you feel so deeply could be shared, echoed, returned in the same sacred way. And I want you to know, they are. The person you love is not just thinking of you, they are loving you, deeply, truly, quietly, and often with the same hesitations and hopes you carry. They've held you in their heart longer than you realize. Their prayers have included your name. Their dreams have been shaped with your presence in them. They've longed for you in moments when you felt forgotten. They've missed you in ways you couldn't see, and I have been present in it all, gently stirring their heart, just as I've stirred yours. You haven't imagined this connection. You haven't created it from thin air. What you feel has been rooted in something eternal, something I've ordained, something I've nurtured, something I'm still shaping with holy care. This is not obsession. This is not fantasy. This is love, holy, pure, transformative love. The kind I designed when I made two hearts capable of carrying one another so completely. Yes, the person you love loves you too, with a love that's still growing, still maturing, still being perfected in patience and truth. For so long, you've wondered if the silence meant indifference, if their distance meant they didn't care, if the timing meant the answer was no. But it hasn't been no, it's been not yet. I have been preparing both of you for something far more sacred than a fleeting romance. I've been preparing you for covenant, for connection with purpose, for love that mirrors my own, selfless, enduring, kind, and true. And that kind of love takes time to build. You see, they've had to heal too. They've had to learn to trust. They've had their own heartbreak, their own doubts, their own questions. And just like I've been working in you, I've been gently, patiently working in them, mending the cracks, rebuilding the foundation, teaching them to love again. And every time they've thought of you, I've been present, softly whispering reassurance into their soul, reminding them that love is still real, that love is still worth it, that you are worth it. The connection between you two has been protected, shielded even. I've hidden it at times to prevent damage. I've slowed it down when it needed to be deeper. I've delayed it so it could be stronger. because what I am creating here is not a simple romance, it's a reflection of something divine. A union that testifies of grace, of redemption, of healing. This is a love that others will look at and say, only God could have done that. They see you, even if they haven't said it yet. They admire you more than you know. They notice the way you carry yourself, the way you love others, the way your heart shines even in hardship. They've learned from your strength. They've found comfort in your presence. And whether or not they've spoken their heart aloud, their soul already knows the truth. They are deeply in love with you. They love your laugh. They miss your voice. They replay your words. They find joy in your victories and ache for your pain. They are proud of who you are becoming. You have inspired something in them they didn't know was possible. You've awakened a deeper kind of feeling, the kind they thought they weren't ready for, or didn't deserve. But I've been reminding them, they do deserve it. And so do you. This love, this sacred, powerful, mutual love is not a coincidence. It was written into your stories long before you met. You've crossed paths in the invisible before your paths fully crossed in the natural. And every moment since then, I've been tending to the garden of your connection, growing it slowly, steadily, faithfully. Even when you didn't see the growth. Even when one or both of you pulled away in fear. Even in the silence I was working. They've imagined a future with you. A shared life, laughter in the kitchen, conversations late into the night, hands held through storms, worship shared, dreams built together. You've been in their thoughts, even when they tried to push those thoughts away. Because real love has a way of staying, of returning, of gently refusing to let go. And now the season is shifting. The winds are changing. The soil beneath your feet is softening because something is about to bloom. Their heart is becoming bold. Your heart is becoming brave. The things left unsaid will be spoken. The walls will fall. The clarity will come. And when it does, you'll both recognize what I've been doing all along. You'll see how I've used time, space, and even pain to prepare something holy. You'll understand why I asked you to wait, why I asked you to trust. Because this kind of love doesn't arrive half-built. It doesn't survive on emotions alone. It's rooted in me, anchored in grace, fueled by truth. It's the kind of love that walks through fire, not away from it. The kind that chooses again and again. The kind that stays. I am not only the God of beginnings, I am the God of beautiful middles and glorious conclusions. And what I've begun between you and the one you love, I will bring to completion. Not rushed, not forced, but perfectly timed, perfectly designed, with depth, with healing, with joy. You are not chasing a fantasy. You are not holding on to false hope. You are loving someone I've placed in your life for a reason, and they are loving you back. Maybe in silence for now, maybe in prayers you can't hear, maybe in quiet choices you've never seen. But love is there, real love, growing love, eternal love. Let peace return to your heart. Let anxiety leave your body. Let comparison and fear be washed away. You don't need to question every detail, replay every moment, or worry about what could go wrong. I've gone before you. I've made a way. I'm working in both of you deeply and beautifully. You are loved, so deeply loved. Not just by me, but by the very person your heart beats for. And soon, very soon, that love will no longer be hidden. It will rise, it will speak, it will stand, and it will stay. Until then, rest in this truth. You are not alone. You are not imagining it. You are loved and always have been. Never make them sad, my precious one. Not intentionally, not carelessly, not when you can choose tenderness instead. For the one I've placed in your life, the one whose heart is quietly intertwined with yours, is more fragile than they appear. You may see their strength, their composure, their resilience, but I see the inside. I see the tremble behind their calm, the ache beneath their courage, the wounds that still heal in silence. I know how hard they try to seem strong, but how often they carry the weight of unspoken sorrow. So I ask you gently, lovingly, urgently, guard their heart. Shield it, handle it with care. This person, this soul so intricately connected to you, is my beloved as well. They are not just yours to hold, They are mine to protect, and I've entrusted their heart partly to your hands. That trust is sacred dyed, is no small thing to be loved by someone I created with such intention. No trivial matter to be seen by someone whose heart I've shaped with wonder and depth. When they look at you with love, with hope, with a glimmer of longing in their eyes, know that you are standing on holy ground. Be gentle with them, my precious one. Never make them sad if you can help it. Words spoken in frustration may linger in them like shadows. Careless actions might echo in their mind far longer than you realize. You may forget a moment, but they might relive it. So let your love be steady, not erratic. Let your words build up, not tear down. Let your tone speak peace, not doubt. Let your presence be a refuge, not a battlefield. You were never meant to be the source of their pain. You were meant to be one of the most beautiful expressions of my love to them, and I want you to live worthy of that gift. They notice more than they say. They forgive more than you know. They quietly hope that you will see how deeply they feel things, how sincerely they've opened their heart to you. You may not see every tear they cry, but I do. You may not hear their late-night prayers, but I do. They ask me for your joy, your growth, your safety, even when they themselves are hurting. That's how much they love you. And so I remind you again, my precious one, do not break what I've spent years building within them. This love, this connection, isn't ordinary. It's been formed through seasons of pruning and patience, through valleys and victories, through divine timing that neither of you fully understand. You may think it arrived by chance or unfolded slowly over time, but from my perspective, it has always been written. I've watched you cross paths, separate, drift, return, and learn. Every interaction shaped something deeper. Every pause was preparing purpose. Every silence was an opportunity to choose love again. You've both been learning how to care, how to give without losing yourselves, how to communicate in kindness even when misunderstood. And still you've chosen one another, perhaps quietly, perhaps without certainty, but consistently. And that alone speaks of something extraordinary. That kind of love is rare. So do not wound it with indifference. Do not harm it with pride. Do not crush it beneath the weight of neglect. Love is not only about passion and romance, it is about responsibility, attentiveness, consistency. Real love doesn't always shout, often it whispers, I see you, I honor you, I won't hurt you. You may have your own struggles, and I know them all. I understand your exhaustion, your doubts, your habits formed from years of self-protection. But now you are called to something greater. Not perfection, but compassion. I am inviting you into maturity, into intentionality, into a depth of love that mirrors mine, patient, kind, not boastful, not proud, not easily angered. A love that protects, trusts, hopes, and perseveres. A love that chooses peace over proving a point. A love that listens first, comforts quickly, and apologizes sincerely. A love that never says, I'll love you when, but says, I love you still. There will be moments when you're tired, when you're irritable, when the day has drained you, and you feel like withdrawing. In those moments, pause, remember their heart. Remember the way they smile when they're safe with you. Remember their laughter, their silence, their glances across the room. Remember their prayers, their efforts, their patience. Remember that they are not your opponent. You are not on opposing sides. You are not at war. You are on the same team. You are co-builders of something sacred. And when they are low, when the world has been unkind to them, be the safe place. Let them collapse into your care without fear of judgment. Let them cry if they need to. Let them speak without interruption. Let them be vulnerable. Their softness is not weakness, it is a gift. Their trust in you is not to be taken for granted, it is to be treasured. Do not harden in their hour of need. Show up, stay, hold their hand, listen to their silence. It matters more than you think. If ever you have failed them, and perhaps you have, make it right. Pride will only poison what love has planted. But humility, oh how healing it is. A simple, heartfelt I'm sorry can rebuild what anger has broken. A gentle apology, offered with sincerity and no excuse, can restore peace quicker than any argument. And when you choose reconciliation over being right, you honor me. When you choose love over ego, you echo heaven. Let your consistency be the proof of your love. Not grand gestures, but quiet faithfulness. Not just words, but action. Small kindnesses matter. Thoughtfulness matters. Remembering their favorites, noticing their moods, choosing your words wisely, all of it weaves a story of security. And that is what they need most. Not perfection, but safety. Not control, but gentleness. Not manipulation, but honor. I know that love can be complicated, that feelings shift, that misunderstandings happen, but I have given you something rare, and I want you to cherish it. If you ever feel distant, draw near. If you ever feel frustrated, pray. If you ever feel uncertain, ask me to guide you. I am not a silent observer in your love. I am the one who holds it together. Bring me into your disagreements. Invite me into your ordinary days. I want to be the foundation under your feet, the whisper in your wisdom, the calm in your storms. The one who loves you is not without flaws, but neither are you. Yet here you are, loving each other still. What a wonder, what a gift. Don't treat it lightly. Don't trample it. Don't turn it into something it was never meant to be. Love is not a battlefield. It's not about winning. It's about serving. And when you both serve each other, nobody loses. Everybody wins. So once more I say, never make them sad, my precious one. Not when you could make them smile instead. Not when you could soothe their worry instead of adding to it. Not when you could build them up instead of wearing them down. Choose your words like a gardener choosing seeds, sow only what you want to grow. And when you do cause pain, because you are human, be quick to tend to it. Don't let sorrow fester. Don't let silence grow cold. Rush to repair, to reconcile, to love again. This is a love I've given to bless you both. Protect it, nurture it, keep it holy. And in return I will bless you with joy that runs deeper than emotion, with peace that steadies you, and with a future that honors the love you have chosen to care for well. Because when two people commit to never causing harm to each other on purpose, when they honor the sacred weight of the other's soul, when they walk with reverence and humility, heaven draws near, and where heaven dwells, love never fails. They deserve all the love from the world. Yes, every bit of it, every single ounce, and I want you to truly believe that. Not just as a kind sentiment, not just as a lovely phrase whispered into the wind, but as a divine truth sealed in heaven and echoed across eternity. The one you're thinking about right now, the one whose name is carved quietly in the corners of your heart, they deserve more love than this world often knows how to give. Not because they're perfect, but because they are precious. Not because they've earned it, but because I created them for it. You see, I made them with my own hands. I shaped their soul with care, detail, and wonder. I wove beauty into their being, flaws and all, and placed them into the world not to be tolerated, not to merely survive, but to be loved. Deeply, sincerely, fully. They were never meant to feel like a burden, never meant to walk around with their head low, wondering if they are enough. Because to me they always have been. From the moment they took their first breath, I've watched over them with love that cannot be measured. Through every heartbreak, every disappointment, every time they were overlooked or misunderstood, I stood beside them. And I wept when they wept. I listened when they had no words. I whispered truth when lies tried to settle in their soul. And the truth is this: they deserve all the love from the world. Why? Because they carry me in them. Because they have continued to choose kindness, even when others chose cruelty. Because they keep giving, even when they've been emptied. Because they love without calculation, without expectation. Because their heart still believes, even if only in quiet corners, that love is worth it. And oh, how right they are. They've had days when they felt invisible. Moments when they questioned if anyone noticed the weight they carry. They've sat in rooms full of people and felt alone. They've offered their hearts in small and quiet ways, and waited, sometimes in vain, for someone to recognize the sacredness of that gift. And yet still they choose to love. Still they offer their smile. Still they try again, That is courage. That is grace. That is beauty. If only the world could see what I see. If only they knew the way heaven watches them, how the angels pause when they speak softly to someone in need, how I smile when they push past their own pain to be a light for someone else. The world often celebrates the loud, the proud, the impressive, but I celebrate the tender-hearted, the ones who love in silence, the ones who carry the pain of others like prayer, the ones who listen deeply, who hope relentlessly, who forgive even when it costs them something. They deserve love that doesn't walk away, love that doesn't waver, love that doesn't make them question their worth. They deserve love that stays when things get messy, love that doesn't give up at the first crack, love that holds them, not just when they shine, but when they fall apart. They deserve love that learns their silences, their quirks, their rhythms. Love that asks, "Are you okay?" and means it. Love that says, "I see you, I'm not leaving." They deserve love that is thoughtful,